because he want to give you better or similar, which mean the reason of Allah making you forgetting is not to abrogate. Abrogation case in here is not exist no more. This is not abrogation, because abrogate is to give you something not similar, give you something the opposite. In here, Allah will give you something better or similar. So what the point of this? There's no point. It's a stupid thing to say. But now we should read carefully to see that there is really a reason behind this. There is a big reason. What Muhammad saying in this Quran here is the following, that Allah is causing him to forget Quran. And I challenge any Muslim to say, oh, this is not what the verse is saying. Allah is causing Muhammad to forget Quran. Forget what? Revelation, as it says in here. Which means Muhammad admitting that he cannot remember the revelation was given to him to recite them again. So Muhammad, he need to cover his ass. To make it simple for you, Muhammad, he cannot recite the same verse twice, because always he is given different recitation, because simply he's a liar. So he have to make an excuse. How he is forgetting the revelation? Prophet, this is not what you told us yesterday. He will say, oh, Allah caused me to forget, but you know what? He will give me something better or similar, because the verses he is reciting, they are close. They are close to the one he said yesterday or the day before or a week before, but they are not the same. So he have to find an excuse for his invention. You know, he's creating his own Quran. He's a liar. He's a fake man. And he is putting that as always on Allah. Why Muhammad is horny? He want to marry Zainab because Allah, he want him to marry Zainab. Why Muhammad want to marry Aisha, the 6 years old? Because Allah want him to marry Aisha. Always this guy, any filthy thing he does, he put it on Allah, so nobody dare to talk. And here we go, we have a very clear proof. He cannot recite the same verse twice, so he have to say, oh, because Allah causing me to forget, he have to blame Allah. He's blaming his God. I'm not the one is forgetting it. It is Allah making me forget it. But don't worry, be happy. Allah will give me something better or even similar. Which doesn't make sense. Because first of all, the word of God should not be there is better and worse. All of them, they should be the same. Ask any Muslim. If there is a word of God is better than the other word, like if there is a sentences in the Quran is better than the other sentences, they will say no. Then say to them what your stupid God is saying here, that yes, there is better. Look, he is the one saying, I will give you better than the revelation I gave you, better. So there is worse and there is better. What better mean? It means better. And Allah will give me similar. So Allah, he liked to make me forget. So he repeat himself again, giving me the similar. What for? So the whole story is Muhammad the liar. He have to find a reason for why he always cannot recite the same chapter twice. Why he always say different. And that will take us to different thing. Muhammad to cover his ass. By the way, I'm not using a bad word when you say ass, but this is the whole story. It's about Muhammad covering his ass always. Always he have to use Allah as a curtain. And I will show you additional proof for what I'm saying, so you might understand more what I'm trying to say. Muhammad told the Muslims to cover himself when he lie, that Allah gave him the Quran in 7 different ways. Which mean every verse in the Quran was given 7 times in 7 ways, different ways. You see the word different? Read with me, please. I'm not making things up. 7 different ways. It's mean they are different ways. They are totally different. Which mean, as an example, the first chapter in the Quran, Al-Fatiha, we should have now 7 Fatiha. We should have 7 Fatiha, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. We should have 7 because Allah gave him 7 Fatiha. Each one of them is totally different. It is different way. Now the Muslim, they will say, oh, it's a different dialect, etc. It's just a joke. It's a lie. What dialect? What dialect? You know, instead of Allah sending the Quran in 7 different dialects, what about He send it in different languages, 7 languages, so now He will save us from translation. And the whole world will be able to understand the Quran better. What the benefit of me having the Quran in 7 different dialects? All of it Arabic, and all of us, we Arab, we knew Arabic. What the point? No point. It is a stupid lie. Muhammad, he have to come with it, because each time he say something, it come in different way. He cannot match his words twice. Now, as long we showed you that Muhammad, he agreed that Allah caused him to be forgetting the Quran, and Allah will give him something similar, or even better, and the Quran given to him in 7 ways, then we need to ask ourselves the following question. Which of those ways Allah caused Muhammad to forget? As long there are 7 ways. Does that mean the Quran is mixed up now? Because it's given in 7 different ways. Every verse, every word. Same time, where is the other 6 ways? Because remember, as long there is 7 ways, and now we have only 1, this is means 7 minus 1, this is equal to 6. So there is 6 missing Quran. What happened to them? Destroyed? Yes, Uthman ibn Affan, he burned all the other Quran. And this is, what's funny, the Muslim, they get angry if somebody burned the Quran, when the first one who burned the Quran was Uthman ibn Affan. And actually the Quran Muslims they have today never called Quran. And when I say never, I mean it, never called Quran. All the Muslims agree that the Quran, or the book they have today, is called Mushaf Uthman. What Mushaf mean? Mushaf mean book, which means the book they have today is the book of Uthman. Why it wasn't called the book of Muhammad? Because simply it's not. This is the book of Uthman. It's Uthman who decide how to put it, how to make it. And this book, Uthman book, cannot be any of those 7 different ways. How we knew that? Because simply, the first chapter Allah He gave to Muhammad, supposedly according to the Muslims, when the angel came to Muhammad and he squeezed him three times. By the way, Muhammad is the only prophet who was activated by squeezing. I like that. I don't know if you do fishing. There is something you have to squeeze, so it's, that thing will light up at night. So it sounds like Muhammad is like this. You have to squeeze him, and that will make him activated. So when the angel squeezed him 3 times, he did not give him Al-Fatiha, the first chapter. He gave him Iqra, read, which is a very stupid verse too, because why you are saying to him read if you do not know how to read? Very stupid, very ignorant. The Muslim tried to cover the mistake in this verse, says, oh, and here read mean recite. Recite, are you sure? They say yes. I say, okay, recite. Why Muhammad say I cannot recite? Is he that stupid to the point he cannot repeat 2 words together? How a man he cannot recite back what he just heard, he is going to memorize later what he heard. If he cannot recite it in the front of the man who just told him what to recite, it doesn't make sense. A child he can recite back, man. So say to a child, say Baba, he say Baba. Mama, mama. So Muhammad cannot say Baba, mama. So the verse is stupid and wrong. The Muslim tried to cover the mistake there. But anyway, this is not our topic. So the first chapter was given to Muhammad was read. And now read is in chapter 96. So the 7 versions of the Quran, they should have all of them. The first chapter was given to Muhammad is read, Iqra, which is chapter 96 today. The order of read. So this cannot be the Quran they have today. So now what we have 7 missing Quran, or 7 missing books of Muhammad. Instead of that, we have 1 book of Uthman. And if the Muslim, they will say, oh, the Quran never been forgotten. I say to you, shut up, don't play games with us, because your God himself says the Quran caused to be forgotten. And the proof, I challenge you, even if you want to say to me, oh, we have 1 only left. We have 1 Quran left. So where is the other 6? Aren't you give us, Muslims, you give us headache that the Quran is preserved? Where is the other 6 Qurans? If we go with you and for the sake of argument and we say, oh, the book of Uthman is one of those 7, but the fact it's not, because I gave you the proof. The first chapter in the book of Uthman is not the same as given to Muhammad. If the Muslim, they want to say to me, it is the Prophet of Islam who told Uthman how to change the chapter, organizing the chapter, I challenge them to show me where 1 hadith from Muhammad saying to anyone, to any Muslim, to put the first chapter in the Quran to be Al-Fatiha, or to change